Hey everyone, so I'm making a medicinal tincture, and it's a very special medicinal tincture that I'd like to share with you guys. It's made with, I keep wanting to call it an herb, but it's not an herb, it's a lichen, and it's called Usnea, and this is what it looks like. And I've actually gathered this right from my yard, and making a tincture out of it. This is about half of what I'm using to make this tincture, and this is quite a magical and medicinal ingredient, and I have been reading about it and studying it in one of my favorite books I've been studying, The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, and this is written by Nicole Epelian, PhD, and there's a lot of amazing things in here to learn about herbs and how to make your own tinctures and everything. So a great resource if you're really into this and want to do it on your own. And so this particular nature being, nature spirit, is antibacterial, it's antifungal, antiviral, and antimicrobial. And it could be used for many different things, many different medicines. And it's antibacterial use. It's good for MRSA, staph infections, strep throat, tuberculosis. As far as antiviral, it's good for Epstein-Barr, herpes, and HPV. It's good for your respiratory system, urinary tract system. It's good for your bladder, kidney infections. It's great for your skin, any skin problems, wounds, infections, yeast infections, athlete's foot, jock itch, ringworm, dandruff, other fungal infections, conjunctivitis. It's also great for bandaging. If you have an open wound, you could just literally wrap it around the wound like a Band-Aid, and not only does it have that antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, antimicrobial aspects to it that will prevent any infections, it also has ingredients to help coagulate the blood, so it stops the bleeding. So you can actually just use it right as a Band-Aid. So if you're ever in wild, it's pretty easily recognizable. You can wrap this around the wound if you ever find yourself in trouble. So to make a tincture out of this, I started out with 8 grams. This is about 4 grams, so I weigh it to make sure I have a good 8 grams. And then you put it in a crock pot, like I have here, and I mix it with 3 parts alcohol and 1 part water. And so the alcohol I use is this, Rakia. It's small batch vodka from Iceland, and this is by far the best alcohol ever. Now, I don't drink, I haven't had a sip of alcohol in over 4 years, but when I did, this was the absolute best. And think about it, Iceland is where nature is its purest. It's the most untouched nature, some of the most untouched nature in the world, and it also has the cleanest water in the world. So just that alone, the power and potency of the nature is so strong because it's so untouched, and the water is just so clean. It's the cleanest water ever. Whenever I go to Iceland, I always fill up my water bottle straight from the streams and drink it. It's absolutely magical. So of course it makes the highest quality alcohol, and so even though it's expensive, that's what I use because it's the best, and I only want to use the best and the highest quality ingredients. And then you also put in 1 part water, and the water I use is filtered with a 0 water filter, which means it's absolutely pure. There's 0 contaminants in it whatsoever, and I test it to make sure that it reads 0, and including fluoride, it gets everything out. And then this particular water that I'm using for this tincture was used in a full moon ceremony for this particular tincture. So it was made with lots of intention and purpose, and it was charged under the full moon and was used in rituals. So there's a lot of magical potency with this mix, and this is the level of intention and purpose that I put into everything that I make. Now, Once you collect your ingredients, you want to put it in the crock pot, and then you cook it on the lowest temperature for 3 days. And so the 3 days are up. It's been in here for 3 days, and now it's time to take it out. And so what you want to do is you want to filter it and put it in a jar, filter it with a cheesecloth, and then it goes into its resting phase, and it rests for 8 weeks. So already with the week drying process, the 3 days in the crock pot on the lowest temperature cooking, and then 8 weeks of resting, we're already at like 9.5 weeks to make this. And we can't just let it sit. It also needs to be shaken every single day. So it does require daily attention, and which is great because every time you visit every single day, you give it love, you give it intention, you give it this healing energy. And I think it's a beautiful resting period or charging period, however you want to think of it, for it to come into its own as a medicine, as a medicinal tincture. And after that 8 weeks, then we can separate it out into little tinctures, little bottles that you guys can enjoy for yourself and try it out for yourself. The author of this book said if she could choose one medicine, only one medicine in the world, this would be it. She said she would choose this one, and she said she doesn't travel anywhere without it. And especially on airplanes, and if she feels any tickles or she feels like she wants to clean the air around her, she sprays it. She'll spray it in her mouth. So this is a wonderful medicinal lichen, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye.